What's up, RossonARI TV? Is Lard here. First of all, can you guys hear me? Because I'm not sure my audio is working well. I guess Clint and Ace can hear me. Can you guys hear
I
me?
can hear you. You can hear me?
Live, fuck you, bro. Fuck you, man.
Fuck you, man.
I'm mad, bro.
You're mad with me. What I've done?
Yeah. Oh,
Nothing,
man.
I told you they're gonna sell, and they sold Tonali, which I was surprised a bit. But yeah, I guess that's what happened. Ace,
They
man,
should blame you for
I know
Tonali,
you.
still.
You've been in the live already. Who are you?
Yeah, I've been in live quite a couple of times with Roy and Antonio.
Okay, great. Welcome back, though.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
I don't know if you've been in a live with me. Probably, I'm really bad with names, and I don't remember all of them.
Nah, this will be the first time we're on a live with you.
Okay, that's amazing. Are you in the WhatsApp chat as well?
Yeah, that's how I got the link.
Okay, that's great. That's great because I shared the link on the comments as well. I want to say hi to everyone in the comment section. I've been a bit away for 10 days, something like that, but I'm gonna do this live now every Mondays. It's gonna be an hour, no more than that. But before we start, I just wanna ask everyone how you guys doing. I hope you're not too how can I say it, heartbroken for the Tonali news. Clint, how are you? It's been a while. Last time I heard.
Yeah, so I think my absence can really show my mood or how I feel about it.
Yeah,
it's been, I didn't even recover from the Maldini situation, and then this is, and you've been in the chat. I never really bashed Tonali as a player that I always liked. So it's I don't know even what to tell you, man. It's just, our targets aside, let's put our targets aside. It's just the way in the manner our players are leaving, and that surprise element. It's just, we already had doubts, and I think there's nothing that really projects a brighter future. Not try to be negative or anything, but just based on the handling of this, like these few weeks, how everything is going to shit. I mean, I don't think anybody can really sit there and be like, oh, well, it's going to get better. They know what they're doing. You can't use that type of thought process for this situation that's transpiring. I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to really convince me that everything is going, because, you know, and I'll develop further. I'm not gonna try to hold on the line too much about what I'm thinking about this whole thing, but yeah, that's how I feel right now. It's just, I'm just upset, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm really upset that Tonali is gone. Yeah, it's
I'm really upset for a lot of things, but what we can do, we just at least in my opinion, what I can do is give my opinion, inform people a bit of what I know and how I see things, just to make sure that things are clear. And that's whatever I have in my hands and what I can do. Ace, how are you feeling, man? What is your opinion about this Tonali situation, the whole Cardinale shit show?
Okay. Roy Ox with the camera. You can see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Yeah, hi guys. Well, this whole thing happened during my birthday month. So
Happy birthday.
Thank you. The day before my birthday, Maldini got sacked. And it's just been like a nightmare ever since, pretty much, you know. Culminating with Tonali's selling him at the end of the month. So it just hasn't been a really good month for me. And honestly, this channel has really like kind of been like my therapy, to be fair. So yeah, I'm at the point now where nothing's going to surprise me with the signings that they don't make, or the players that they continue to sell. So I'm just, grateful that I have a community to vent with and, go through all this trauma. So yeah.
That's great, man. Happy to help everyone here if they need some therapy and talk about Milan and come on the live and run. It's for free. Don't worry.
My drinking has gone up tremendously this month. I'm not gonna lie.
That's not good, man.
Man, I wish my drinking was going up because Tonali, man, but that's because the summer in London is amazing. I'm drinking a bit more than usual. But I heard in Houston, Clint, I don't know if you're in Houston or Texas, is like 45 Celsius degree at the moment.
Yeah, so 45 if you
90% humidity. So
if you convert in Fahrenheit, yeah, we're in the hundreds, 108, 108. I mean, it's like, and I spent time in Ivory Coast, bro, and being below the equator, living below the equator, and this shit right here in Houston, it's like a different. It's like, bro, I hope I can bring Jetty here so he can burn under this Houston sun for all this BS he's doing. I'm put it as that.
Anyway, man, we have Pete here. Pete,
yeah, I'm from Trinidad.
Oh, you're from
How are you, boys?
I'm good.
Are you from Trinidad?
Yeah, I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, my country, colors are the same colors of Milan. So
red and black.
Yeah.
Do you live there or you live somewhere else at the moment?
I live there, but I'm right now I'm in Dominican Republic. On vacation. So
beautiful place.
That helps a little bit.
Are you from like Trinidad or like Tobago? Which island are you on?
Yeah, I'm from Trinidad. I'm from
Trinidad?
I'm from Trinidad.
Got you. I have a lot of Trinidadian friends here in the East Coast. There's a huge bro, but most of them, I rarely meet people from Tobago, like they're from on Tobago side, but usually more from Trinidad.
Yeah, Tobagonians tend to migrate to Europe with their German wives.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanna, what I was saying. Oh yeah, Pete, man.
How are you guys? Can you see me?
From Australia. So we have Houston, Trinidad and Tobago, Dominican Republic. How you say it in English?
What? Dominican Republic?
Yeah,
Dominican Republic. That's it.
Yeah, Dominican Republic.
Fine, because I know the Italian way of saying it. And Pete from Australia. What time is it in Australia now, Pete? It's like morning.
6 a.m.
Oh, so you've been awake. You've been awake for an hour and a half, man. You're fresh.
Yeah, that's it. An hour and a half I've been awake, so the brain's still got to wake up.
Got a nice coffee, man. How are you feeling about the Tonali situation? I've seen the chat. People are completely losing their nuts.
I was losing my nuts at the start, but if we use the funds in the right way, to replace him with at least decent players, then I won't be too upset about it. But the way it's looking, we're not going to get anyone special to replace what we had.
Oh man, we fired Maldini, and now we're signing the players that Maldini wanted to sign. Might as well we just keep him and sign the players he wanted to sign and move on.
Tell me about it. And now you got to watch people writing that it's that these people are experienced players.
Oh yeah. And
first they were complaining about butt cheeks. Now they're saying that he's an experienced player. I don't get it.
That's fine. That's fine.
Anyway,
you know what? Everyone was complaining about Maldini. We were signing average players. Now Moncada is signing those players as well. So that's fine.
Yeah. And also like the targets that we had set, like even before Tonali, and then you think that with the Tonali money you're going to end up getting those targets, man. And the next day you just see here they're not coming. They're getting bought by other teams. Like it's a joke. Like you think because we get money in, we're going to get these players. Man, it's not about the money now. It's about what they've done. That's what's not going to make these players come to our team.
Yeah, man. You know what? No one will sign. No serious players will sign for Milan this summer because a team that fired Maldini, the biggest defender in the history of football, one of the best sporting directors in the world, is not a serious team. So I don't want to play for that type of team. And
exactly.
I understand that. And every players, every youngsters, every players with perspective is saying, no, man, I want to stay away from that place. It's not a stable place. It's not a good place for me to grow into. It's not a steady ship. So these talents we are linked, they are like thinking twice and they're telling their agent, are you sure Milan? They just fired Maldini. Their fan base is upset with the ownership. They just sold Tonali as well. Are you sure you're going to send me there? Can you find another solution for me? That's what they're talking with their agents. But
So you know what? Now, Liot, whoever comes in now, we can't shit on them. We have to be grateful that they come to our club now, that they want to play for our team.
That's so true.
Because otherwise we're going to end up with no one. So whoever comes to our team now, we can't shit on them because we're going to have no team the way we're going.
Anyway, before Gio comes in, I just want to say that Fabrizio Romano is saying that Ruben Loftus-Cheek is basically a done deal, 16 million plus 4 million add-ons, and the guy has already found an agreement with us, so it's gonna happen. That is a Maldini move. Well done, Maldini, for signing another player.
Yes. If I could just add from what you were saying earlier, I think it's more about the way in which they've acted more than what they've done. Like it's okay to sack a sporting director, that happens, but it's just the way in which they went about doing it and the treatment that they gave to Maldini, basically. And I would even argue the treatment that they gave to Tonali, because he asked Milan not to be sold, and he's not the only player that is high valued in the club, So I think players are looking at the way in which Milan is operating, and that is what's turning them off of the project more than the direction that they want to go in. Because if I come there, you're saying that I have one good season and I fall in love with the fans, that doesn't factor in whether or not you're gonna keep me. I'm gonna be sold off like a piece of meat. So I think that is also the big factor in terms of why we couldn't get the Taremi deal done, the Thuram deal done, and so on. So that's just what I wanted to add.
I mean, one of the main problems, this is completely, we go back, like, what was it, before the semifinal, what were we all saying here? That, hey, we need to add these assets in rotation. These guys are coming in that they're making it feel like those are first-team players. Those are guys we're looking to throw in the rotation. Now
Exactly.
we're removing guys from now the main team, right? Benacer is not coming until November. Now so we went from target this summer should just be we're looking for a number 9 and a right wing. That was a conversation of all of us, from the fans to everybody, and maybe an extra midfielder like a number 10 since Diaz is leaving, going into this market. Now you would have gutted out everything, and you got to get somebody on the now Tonali's profile, that level where he covers. You got to get you're getting the names were being linked to, and I'm looking at these guys, right? And not to put any judgment. It's like we're regressing. We're just going to be 2 steps back this year. I'm sorry. Because if you sell a Tonali and you're getting like a quality, let's say like another tier level above him, then I'm okay. You know, it was stupid selling him. I'm still hurt. But it's not that. It's almost like they're showing how novice they are in this role, man. Like they can't even secure deals. That's the sad part. That's what's even scaring me. Because when it's going to come down to renewal for Magnan, I want to see how that plays out.
Magnan is leaving, guys.
Magnan is leaving.
Go, Pete. Go for it.
This whole idea of Loftus-Cheek coming, that Maldini was only bringing him for depth. He wasn't bringing him for. He wasn't bringing him as a replacement because we were going to sell a player and we needed to bring him replacement. He was bringing him in for a depth player, not to be our starter. We're going to have Loftus-Cheek now as a starter, not coming off a bench. So there's a big difference.
Yeah.
So understand, we are starting. Our starting midfielder is Pobega, Krunic, and Adli. As it stands, because Tonali is out, Benacer is injured, so Pobega, Krunic, Adli is our midfield 3.
Oh my God!
And Ruben Loftus-Cheek will be part of that group as well.
He's a starter, I think.
This
if you
is
can do
the
that
4.
3. I think Loftus-Cheek is probably a better midfielder than Krunic and Pobega.
And another thing that depressed me is I went ahead and I saw that 30-minute interview. With his little minions over there at that conference. And one of the main things that's really telling to me, saying my biggest advisor is Billy B. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow.
Billy Bonner.
So a baseball cat, based on data analytics, is allowing you to make really crucial decisions like this in a historic football club. I would assume if he was part of an advisory board, Billy Bean should be a compliment to something. It don't make so much sense. Should not be the sole guy that just sits in the middle and he makes those decisions. Because now I'm thinking, Maldini is gone. Who's really taking the footballing decisions there? It's just a bunch of geeks and nerds, pretty much. Nobody's really going to give you that other X factor aspect where you're able to go and get the how you call that, like that top player, or you'll get this guy. He should be good. Dude, you can't rely on data for so long. Because if that was the case, we would not be in a recession right now.
Yeah.
That's the reality. So,
Clint, I want to ask Gio, because everyone is asking me, where is Rocco? Who the fuck is Rocco, man?
Rocco.
Hold on, Larry. Hold on.
His guys.
Give me like 2 seconds to go outside, because then you're going to hear an echo. Hold on.
I'll give you 2 seconds. Don't worry, man. Who is Rocco, man? Everyone is saying, who is Rocco? Some people in the comments.
What's the guy from Trinidad's name? What you drinking right there? You drinking some Brugal, some Presidente?
Presidente, you all should sponsor Milan channel, RossonARI TV. Come on.
Nah, Lair. I don't know. You should be ashamed of your fellow countryman, Rocco, man. He's the Cardinale puppeteer, man. He's spreading that agenda. And I'm getting hateful tweets.
Yeah, they hate that Rocco guy right now, boy.
Too, just because it's going on. But you know what? Like the guy from Trinidad, he said it the best. If they would have done it better, the fans would have understand. But you fire Maldini, you give a BS writing, right? Like a 3-sentence thing or whatever, right? What they should have done right after that and say, okay, we need to sell one of our big players to fund the market. What do they do the next week? No, they don't care. Tonali, you're gone. And then another week passes, and what are they doing? We calling Turam every day. How does everybody know that we spent 20 days? All the reporters are saying it. So it can't be the new Cardinale apologist can't say it's fake news. How does everybody know that we were on the phone with him for 20 days and then Inter comes in 2 hours, boom, they gone? The thing, I don't care that we lost out on Turam, it's the optics. Now we're looking like a circus. I didn't sign up to be a Milan fan in 94 to now be like, we're AC Milan Ringling Brothers FC. Let's go see giraffes do backflips and clowns, ride their bikes on the ropes, because that's what we're doing right now. And can somebody tell Makanda that how are you going in for 6 non-EU players? Like, bro, like, do these people know what they're doing? Like, how could you go for 6 non-NU NU players and nobody's gonna tell you, like, bro, like, you know what? There's a rule and regulation in the Z that you can't have as many as this. Like, I don't know what they're doing, and that's what I don't like. And I don't like that we don't have no plan. I don't like that now
we have a plan. We have a plan, Gio.
And Gio, and that's why it was really dangerous. That's why it was really dangerous to sell Tonali, because the whole Italian slot and all they had to be really careful thinking this through, because those are not things you can really fill up right away. Because most of the guys you're gonna go look for in the other leagues, most of the time they might not be European, they might be African cats, South Americans, and those are the guys that might come by cheap. That you'll be able to afford within your bucket. So selling Tonali should have been really thought through, to be honest, really thought through.
And who's our most marketed player now? Who's our most marketed? Because he used to sell 25%. When I tell a Cardinale apologist, a defender, I said, so he says that he wants to put our marketing to 500 million. Well, Tonali was selling 29% of the 100% of the shirts. So who's our most marketable player? Because after Tonali, it was like a 13% drop. So who's our most marketed player now? Like, come on. They don't think about nothing. All they doing is talking a lot of caca, and they think that we're dumb. That's what it is. But we don't know that we got Milan fans that are lawyers, actual accountants that know that, like, bro, what you guys are doing doesn't make sense. How could you grow a team to 500 million when you just sold your most marketable player?
Because Cardinale thinks that people will buy the Leao shirt. He doesn't know the mentality of the Milan fans and the Milan supporters. He thinks, they will buy the other guy shirt. He's such an idiot. He doesn't.
But that's the condescending nature of American, right? You go back and you look at his interview and the gesture, him coming in here talking about, I'm coming here with an ecosystem. Yeah, I want to win every day. Wait, I never saw that interview until 3 days ago, and I'm like, I need to know. I know everything. He says he's not like the other people. He's not coming in a cap that he studied the market for 4 years, but you're still that. You're just a fox. You're not the wolf, but you're a fucking fox, bro. That's it. You just take another umbrella.
Who cares? Who cares about their enemies? Who cares about their enemies doing good? No, I want the whole league to do good. No, worry about yourself first. First, get your stuff in order, and then worry about the league if you can help. The whole interview from what Roy put is that he was thinking about the whole ecosystem. No, we're Milan, and that's it. I don't care about no Inter and UA. If they go on bankrupt, that's their problem.
He's like, we're sitting in front of the fashion capital.
If I could just maybe throw a theory out on shirt sales, as you were talking about with Tonali. If you've noticed, like, we have been linked with 2 American players and this Japanese guy, and in that video with Cardinale and there was like a video about 8 months ago where a guy interviewed the man in charge of revenue for Milan, and they were talking about tapping into the US market and the Asian market more aggressively. And I think maybe if Captain America comes, they're gonna probably generate some shirt sales from that, and maybe the Kamara thing. And so I think they're kind of positioning themselves to tap into those emerging markets, especially the US market. So maybe their analytics is telling them that if we sign 2 American players, trade sales from America will, supersede the Tonali, revenue from last year.
Yeah, they're not. But here's the problem, boss. Like, yeah, you're saying that, but from my understanding and looking how this is displaying, the reason why it's not even going to be a new continuation, the fact that today alone, the fact that they're going back to old targets from the guy you guys just fired, meaning you guys are running out of ideas, you guys are short on ideas. That's all we need to know. We don't even have to go in depth. It's not that deep. You can just see the incompetence already being displayed full throttle. Because for Kamada and all that stuff, you guys going back is that you're not getting the guys that you want. Why does Marcus Thuram, he sneaks under your he rejects his PSG. PSG should have been the bigger wolf. He rejects his PSG. Milan actually, when you look at it from a project perspective, without the antics, we're better suited from. His dad is probably not, go to Milan. But he's probably looking at the outside. And like people said in the chat, he was in camp with Theo Hernandez, with Magnan, with all these guys over there. And he still went to Inter. Inter does not have a Frenchman on that team. It needs to tell you what you need to know.
I think I think we dodged a bullet with Thuram, honestly. So
no, I think we did too. I wasn't really.
I mean, from an optics perspective, it doesn't look good that a player like we've been talking to a player for 20 days, and our rivals come in 48 hours and sign that deal. So it doesn't look good from that perspective. But I'm kind of glad that we missed him, honestly.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Thuram, and but I know what Clint is saying in this case. Clint is more like now players are actually telling other players, don't come over here because it's a shit show. Yeah. I'm actually gonna leave in a bit. So they're not sponsoring us. They're not pushing or calling their friends to come and play for us. I will say one thing though. I'm worried about Fratesi as well because the agent of Fratesi is the same agent of Tonali, and I don't see why Fratesi's agent will tell Fratesi to go and play for Milan. When probably Inter pays more, Inter has a more solid ownership at the moment. They do things, or at least they sold their big players years before, so now they don't need to sell so much. They are just rebuilding the team again because their financial issues have been solved and slowly paid in the last 2-3 years when they started selling everyone. So I don't know, maybe we are going on through these 2-3 years when we have to sell a lot of players to pay Jerry's debt.
And the key thing is, Inter wants to win trophies. They don't care. They're going for everything. They want to keep winning.
No, it's not Inter wants to, listen to me. It's not Inter wants to win trophy. It's Marotta is good at buying, are finding players that are actually gonna make Inter competitive, even with few money. Something that Moncada is not able to do because Moncada does not have the networking and the knowledge that Marotta has in Serie A and in Europe.
No, so that's for sure because right now, Moncada and Furlani and all these guys, they're gonna get bullied by these agents. Man, God forbid if Raiola was still around, bro. He'll fold these guys in two. They won't be able to do nothing.
But if
that's
you're
the reality of it. And they're being bullied right now. For that to come in, Maldini would even entertain with that Turkish kid. Maldini would not entertain this stupid ass commission that the dad is asking right now.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do. It's a bunch of nerds, man. I'm sorry. It's a bunch of nerds.
But if you're a player and you see Inter lifting, all right, they won the Mickey Mouse Cup and all that. But if you're a player and you see a team make it to Champions League final, lift a couple of trophies, are you going to go to Inter or are you going to come to Milan? That they look like a shit show at the moment.
You're gonna go to the team that has not fired their legend. Zanetti is still working there. Maldini is out, and Tonali is out. And the next one will be out. And Jerry Cardinali is a fucking cowboy in Milan doing I don't know what.
He's an Inter agent, I think.
This was a panic sale. This was a panic sale when they got rid of Tonali. They panicked. They saw money and they jumped on it straight away. They didn't think twice. And now they're doing panic buys. They see that no one's coming, so they're getting the first person that's going to say yes.
And this is going to hurt me more because that 80 mil, I really want to see what they're gonna do with it, because that was the whole debate, right? For us to be able to sell, right? For us to be able to invest in the market, we have to sell one of our major players, which just happened, right? Let's forget about what we won in the Champions League and all that. Let's see what the fuck they do with this 80 million. And that's not even convincing right now at all.
And where's the other 35 million? So you got 80 plus 35. So they should have 115 mil. So they should have just straight away gone 40 million for Fratesi straight away. You still got 75 million left over.
They're not serious, bro. They're not serious. You know, somebody, if you have an owner mention using the word ecosystem as a signature move, you already know you're going into some type of mess. I want to win every time, but we got to win the right way. How do you know about that? You speaking out of depth, bro. And I swear, bro, I don't condone violence, but there's other people like that I see in the street for no reason. I just smack them so hard, bro. You don't understand? I've been so mad to get. I don't know who I let off. I had a rant to my girlfriend and so fucking mad, bro. Like, I didn't get off of it, Maldini. And that Tonali hurts me so much because those are the players. Those are symbolic players for the team. I don't care what you think about his skill set. The dude, you talk about that grinta, it's not there no more.
Listen, he's not going to buy. This team is not going to buy any player that's going to go over 20 million. They're not going to do that because they're going to look to flip the players. So any player that's going to cost above 20, they're not going to buy because it's going to hurt. You're losing because they have to hope that player is going to be something amazing for them to flip.
You're losing player. You're losing one of your most symbolic players to a team that was fighting for relegation last year prior to this season, right? Mind you, they did an exceptional job to put themselves in Champions League, but that's the stakes. That's what Milan has turned into. Pathetic, man.
Anyway, Pulisic, I don't think it's gonna happen. I honestly think we're not gonna get him. His wages are too high for us, and the guy wants to go. I don't think he rates us, and he probably wants to go back in Germany and play more football, or maybe he still thinks he can move to a bigger Premier League club. I'm not saying bigger than Chelsea, or same level, or just below Chelsea. Something like I don't know, Tottenham or Arsenal. You know, he will look for that move in Premier League first, or even in Newcastle. Let's see.
I think Larette said I think he will come to Milan, and that's just going off for like the little things like Pulisic is sponsored by Puma, and Milan is sponsored by Puma, and you know. Milan is owned by an American hedge fund or sports company, whatever you want to call them, and you know. So I think those like little things may help, you know, usher him towards Milan. Do I think he's a great player for Milan? I don't know. I don't think so. But you know, I think that those other factors could potentially help us get Pulisic.
I agree with Gio on this comment that Chelsea will come and buy Mike Maignan in a few weeks. The moment they cash all the money from the Saudis, because they sold 3 players, they will come back for Mike Maignan with the money that Jerry is asking, with 70, 80 million. They will buy Mike Maignan. And Jerry will put a 20 million euro goalkeeper from Serie A in there. That's what they're going to do. And I want to see that Rocco guy after this happens. I really want to meet him. I'm coming to Italy to meet him. But yeah, I feel it's going to happen.
It's just, and the thing is, like, we got the brokest American owner. We didn't get the rich ones. That's the sad part, right? That's one thing first. Because even the rich guys, right, like somebody like a Kroenke, which he's married to the Walton family, one of the richest family in the entire United States, was hardly spending for Arsenal. They were complaining. And he has Premier League revenue, and they were still complaining. And we get the broke boy out of all of them, and we expect them to do miracles. Like, I cannot defend Jerry. I'm sorry. At the beginning, when we're speaking about all this, it was more speculation. I'm okay. Americans might come in, the branding, we might be good for the club. Everything unfolded right now. I can 100%. I'm not behind them. I don't give a fuck if we win 2 Champions League in a row. The damage is already there, bro. It's like kind of you cheat on your wife and you come back and you buy a house. Yeah, she'll care, but that thing is still there. And I think the way this stuff unfolded will never be forgotten. And I think this management will be reminded for this. even if they go on a run closer to a better score than what I highly doubt would never happen, because I think he'll sell this club long gone. But that's just what it is, because I'll try to share the link, and I recommend people to go back and watch when he was at that little seminar where he was speaking, and the keywords he was using. It was really key. It was really key. You know, it told me what I needed to know.
That's a good comment. After UCL run to the semifinals, more than 100 million revenue made with that run. Tickets sold, full stadium the whole season, top 4 achieved. We fucking sold Tonali, and we didn't need to sell Tonali. I went to one of those Newcastle channels where they were saying, "Oh, Milan needs to sell because financial issue." No, we don't have any financial issue. We finished this year with higher revenue than the year before. We finished with a profit. We didn't need to sell. Probably we needed to sell to spend a bit more, but if we wanted, we could have kept Tonali, buy one player and get a bunch on a free and move on this season. We didn't need to sell Tonali.
Yeah,
Clearly,
I would have even been good with I would have even been okay if we like kept Tonali, and even if we only had 35 million, we spend the 35 million to bring in somebody, and then we promote some of our Primavera players into the team, and we say, look, if you went with that approach, then I don't think the fans would be as annoyed if you set our target for next season in top 4 only, because at least you're integrating our young players into the team, but there's like no kind of direction except making more money.
You can easily spend 35 million and buy 2 players, 20 and 15, plus add another 2 or 3 on a 0 contract or on a loan, and that's your mercato without needing to sell your most valuable players. And as you say, bring some Primavera players or other guys that you spread out on loan. But the reality is that Jerry needs cash, and the way to get cash: sell a player, reinvest half of it, and the other half use the cash to pay whatever.
And that's and I completely agree. And that's what he said. He kept mentioning cash flow. He said Milan is sitting on a bunch of cash flow because he kept enumerating the stadium being filled, the 5, like the what is it, like the 5th most filled stadium in Europe. All these fucking numerics he was enumerating. He's like, the cash flow is there, cash flow is there. That went back to when I was reading in Soccer Economics, one of the first 4 chapters, but the reason why a lot of bankers and the investors were coming into football was due to cash flow. Not forcibly saying like you have like profit, but cash flow is really important for anything in finance, no matter how, if it's low, if it's high. The moment you have a piggy bank, you can just put your hand in and take it out. It's always essential, even for people that in the finance industry, they'll tell you that having cash flow, having access to cash is one of the most important things. And all of this the pieces start coming together based on these actions that we're seeing. And yeah, I agree with that comment. Why Tonali? This is one of the craziest things we've done, maybe since we won the Champions League. I'm being serious, since 2007. Like, meaning the year before, you win the Serie A. You're able to, you qualify for Champions League still. The following year, you go deep in the Champions League semifinal, right? Which you have higher attendance records, like it's off the roof. You still finish top 4, so the revenues are coming in, and then you still sell one of your symbolic players. Man, you're sending a message without even saying nothing. Because who's next? And I know that probably that's why they made Maldini sign Leao. I believe in it. This is not even conspiracies. That theory has to be justified because I think Leao is the next on the chopping block.
Leao next season. Next season he will.
Next season they got sent for big block. Yep.
Next season, they're just waiting for Mbappe to make a move. The moment Mbappe makes a move, Leao
and they're gonna do it.
One of the most valuable left wing in the football world, so they can put any price they want. They don't care. The moment Mbappe is available, everyone will think, no, I'm not spending that money. I can buy Mbappe. I can pay Mbappe. But the moment Mbappe makes his massive move, everyone will be like, what is the best second thing after Mbappe? Leao. Let's throw money on him. Let's throw 150 million.
And he even said, and Jetty even said, he said after a winning cycle, you shouldn't keep all the same players together. He clearly says that, comes out of his mouth. After
What a
winning
dick,
cycle, he doesn't want to be the guy that has the same player together. So he's probably looking, but it's like, bro, it's not merit. That's not your merit. That's the work somebody else has done and you're doing it.
Yeah.
But I do want them to fail. I'm sorry. People might say it's selfish. I want this management to fail really bad. I'm willing to be on another 2-3 year bench. I'm sorry.
They're already feeling. I think they have already started to feel. And like there was some reports that came out of Italy yesterday, and in some of the newspapers that the management underestimated the impact that Maldini had on the market, and so I think it's really starting to bite them in their ass. So it's
I mean,
a bit
it did, because the reason why is this though. If it didn't, it meaning when they were chopping Maldini off the block, I mean they were coming in with their paperwork, with their plans. Here's our players that we already had before. That was Maldini's guys. I'm not going back to a Loftus Cheek. That's not you guys. No, that's not you. That's him. I'm not still entertaining Kamada. I'm not putting a standby. Those are not your guys.
But to be fair though, remember Moncada is still there and he's the head scout. So most of the rumored players that we'd be linked with would be similar, whether Maldini was there or not, because Moncada is the head scout. So and the way football hierarchy works, the head scout does. They give them a plan. Okay, we want to look for this type of player. This is the profile we're looking for. He then goes, he sends them a list, and then Maldini or whoever the sporting director is left to try to get the player to come to the club. So Moncada is still there, so we're going to be linked with the same players still. And that's
look what the players are doing. Today's Maldini's birthday, the Theo and all that. They're rubbing in the management's face. They're still saying happy birthday. I think this is purposely done, because you can call people when you put it on social media, you're sending a statement. Some of these guys are willing to leave. And I reckon, I'll say this, if this year really goes through shit, that whole team is going to be dismantled. Like Theo's going to ask to leave. All these guys, they're gonna leave. And if Magnan really gets sold in that January, this project is gone. We need to start thinking about, okay, who's gonna be the new rebirth of all of this? Because we don't know. Because also, don't forget, players also come to clubs based on guys like where they're gonna get better. Like under a coach, they feel they're gonna get better. Pioli also doesn't have that weight. Because yeah, it's one thing if Maldini would have been gone. Let's say if you probably had a Conte or some other renamed guy, maybe would have been like, I still go there under this coach. I think my game can be up. Even if I'm not going to stay at that club, it's just a stepping stone. Because players also think about all of that throughout the whole pipeline of development. They're just not going for the sake of Furlani. Who are you, bro? They don't know you. And I feel like these guys are just getting bullied on the market. They're getting bullied. I feel like what Thuram did was just disrespect. Show them how weak they are. I'm being serious. You're not able to close a deal. Inter comes in 2 hours and just gets it out of you. They hijack your deal, shows how weak you are. There's a paper boys. There's a bunch of nerds just sitting around. Moncada, you're good at watching videos. Is one thing. Be able to pinpoint. There's another thing, having that human relationship factor. That's what Jerry and then they forget, which Maldini has. And now they're learning the hard way. Because how are you telling me Indica supposed to come up, we don't get him. Goes to Roma. Indica was willing to come to us. We have a better project than Roma. You're not going to tell me Roma has a better project than us. I'm sorry. They don't.
Anyway.
Come. That was one of the main targets. That should have been the red flag there. He didn't come to us.
There is 63 people watching the live. I just want to thank all of them. And I want them to like the live. If you don't do it, I'm just going to take my thank you back and tell you to fuck off. But that's fine. In general, good live, guys. I see some great takes. I think all the Milan universe is upset. At least the OGs, the guys that have seen Milan for years and years. I see Zion is optimistic. He still believes this management can do well. I just want to clarify. I've said this so many times. I think he can do well, because it's a good Maldini left them a great team, so you can still do a good market and finish top 4. My problem is that the vision our ownership has is a weird vision. It's not a vision that represents Milan and the fan base of Milan. That's the reality. You can be you can run Milan on a low cost because finances are not are not stable. But Jerry Cardinale is making money with Milan, and not for the fans, but for himself or Redbird, which is unfair. I'm happy if you make money with Milan. After 10 years, you sell it, and instead of selling it for 1 billion, you sell it for 5 billion. Well done to you. That means you kept the value high and you made money, but not like this, making cash.
Yeah,
we're not a fucking 2-bedroom flat in central London, and you rent it out and you make your money so you can buy a new car. That's not that. Milan is not that for American billionaires that are bored in the United States. It's not that.
And like I said 2 weeks ago, I mean that's not 2 weeks ago, a couple of months back, was there's a skew. Americans are coming in with a really skewed vision, right? Like they're looking at sport as entertainment. Because even you go back, he's looking at it as an entertainment piece. And I'm like, bro, it's not that. I said it, for us that live here in the state, you go to a regular game, you'll go to a Lakers game and all that. Mainly, yes, you might be a Lakers fan, but it's mainly for the ambiance, right? Oh, I'm about to drink beer, I'm about to eat, I'm about to get drunk, the game is here. It's entertainment. I don't care what the result is. Your feeling's still the same, unless maybe is in the finals, or it had to be it's during a particular period in time. But the overall aspect of like the league or sports here is usually entertainment when the people go. People are not really, the way we speak passionately about the results here, people don't go crazy. It's only a few, because the culture of sports here is entertainment in America, period. Nobody can tell me that otherwise. And Europe is really different. If we're watching the Udinese game, for somebody that's on the outside, I'm watching Udinese game on the day 3 of the league. It's important to us because we're looking in the schedule. Oh, we might be playing Inter Juve. We have to win this game. So the way we're vested is just not even for entertainment purposes. So I don't care if you're home or if you're at the stadium. It's the same way you're feeling about it. And the reason I'm using all these examples is that translates in the needs of the fans. Because you thinking putting stuff around Milan and all that bullshit, because that's his vision, it's not going to change nothing about how the essence, the people that invest in Milan, people that are going to be paying for those tickets, it's not going to change how they feel. I don't think they're going to give a fuck if there's a big other museum or any of that. Unless, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not from Italy, but correct me if I'm wrong.
No,
people are really going to care.
People are going to be really upset with Jerry Cardinale. It's going to take... So what the fans are doing right now, the core fan base in Italy, is trying to hold themselves because they don't want players to get scared and leave completely. Because if they start to do a riot against Jerry Cardinale, Hernandez, Mike Maignan, Leao, everyone will leave. They want to understand how much we can hold our value until Jerry Cardinale sells and fuck off. So they are hoping that Milan, if it gets another top 4 or some good sporting results and goes well in Champions League, they are hoping that Jerry Cardinale doesn't do that again next summer. That's everything what they're hoping, because at the end is going against your own interest, which is seeing Milan succeed, our team that we love succeed, is a bit wrong to do. Let's see. I understand Zion as well and his opinion, other people's opinion. I just think they're too optimistic, in my opinion. They're too optimistic. Anyway, Guido and Vasily are gonna join the live now. I just want to remind everyone this is a 1 hour live, but because Guido and Vasily are joining, it's gonna last 10 minutes more because they need to talk a bit. So, how's it going, guys? All good?
All good in the hood, man.
No, it's not good on the hood, man. They're selling Tonali, for fuck's sake.
Listen, man. Listen, let me put it this way.
Hey, what's up?
Oh,
what's going on, man?
I knew.
Hey, liar.
Top G, what's up, T? Top
Can
G.
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear, but let me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stay. Yeah, but
Okay.
I cannot stay longer because I'm working. So
How long are you gonna stay?
sooner or later I gotta leave.
You're
So
gonna stay
I don't know because I'm worried. You know where I drive people around.
Okay,
if I get a call, I gotta go.
Go.
No, I don't have a call now, so now I can talk.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't know. I wasn't listening. I wasn't listening, you guys. So I don't know what you were talking about.
So,
But I'm thinking about. Listen to me. We lost to Çalhanoğlu. We won Italian League. We lost to KC. We went to the semi-final Champions League. Maybe now we're gonna win everything. Who knows?
Yeah. Okay.
I try to be positive, man.
I like your positive.
I like your attitude.
The Cardinal is a lucky bitch.
I will keep the bitch. I don't know how lucky it's gonna be. Let's see.
I really want Amrabat.
Anyway, Vasily.
Hey, Amrabat Chichicoco. When do we get that guy?
Okay, Guido. let me hear Vasily's opinion about the Tonali because it's been a while last time I heard Vasily. What is your opinion about the situation, the recent few weeks?
To be honest, man, I am positive about things. I'm not gonna allow this to get under my skin, man. Yeah, it sucks, man. I was upset when I've heard it, and especially when I found out it's actually official. I was upset for a little bit, but then I was like, life goes on, man. No player is bigger than the club, man. Yeah, I love Tonali, man, but it is what it is, man.
Vasil, it's grief. Vasil, it's grief. It's okay. I know you hurt, bro.
Yeah, I didn't. He said he was positive. He said he was optimistic.
Yeah. I'm Jesse. So you know, like in life, I'm a pretty optimistic person. So it's this whole thing definitely brought me down, man. I'm not gonna pretend like it was nothing, but at the same time, man, there's nothing I can personally do change the mind of Cardinale or the ownership of the club. So at this point, I just roll with the punches, man.
Yeah.
Hey, can I say something?
Yeah, go Guido, go.
No, because as I say, I don't know how long can I stay. So talking seriously, for me, besides they say the four best players we have, they were Tonali, Magnane, Theo, and Leao. They don't see the importance. Now, all the players that we're talking about, they want to buy. You find the player, besides he's a Milan fan, but find the player, I'm talking about technically way now. So, Tonali, how do you substitute Tonali? Do you guys remember he was running, especially plays midfield at 2? I never see Tonali tired. I never see Tonali injured. I don't know how you're going to find the player. So, what I mean is, a player can substitute Tonali because Frattesi is not Tonali. Maybe Amrabat. They're talking about Pellegatti was talking about Amrabat, whatever you call it. That guy got a similar attitude. He's the only similar player that I see right now. The other players they're talking, I don't know them. The Dutch guy, Reinders, what's his name? I don't know. So what I mean is, I would have got rid of one or the other and not Tonali. I'm sorry. For the say at least more money or same money. Because Tonali, I don't think they say Tonali is the only replaceable one. Yeah, which one is going to replace Tonali? Find it for a cheaper price. I don't know. So go ahead.
Yeah. I just want to add to that. I would just say that I'm really annoyed at the fact that we sold Tonali in a week, and up to now we haven't even secured a viable option. I don't consider Loftus-Cheek a viable option because when we was linked with him before, he was always just supposed to bring some added depth to the team. So finding somebody to replace Tonali, I would have loved for us to, or at least the management to show some initiative by getting a deal done this weekend. And that also has me a little bit, disappointed in the management that they're taking so long to get any of the deals over the line.
I would also add that I honestly really don't want the Loftus-Cheek, whatever his name is, man. I really don't want that guy in Milan. I really don't. But apparently we're close to the guy.
Chelsea kills players. Let's just remember that. Chelsea has a record for killing players' careers, and then they're moving on. Look at Kevin De Bruyne, Mo Salah. Lukaku a little bit. So it is Sterling. So they are known for
another thing
killing
that
players off a little bit. So I think
yeah,
Loftus-Cheek may have something there. He was featured in the Chelsea team that won the Champions League. So, maybe,
Listen,
another thing that hurts me. Right.
Sorry,
But
sorry.
hold on.
Okay, go ahead, man.
I just want to add this. Another thing that hurts me is like, why are we linked? We need a 9. Now we're finding ourselves trying to like look now for midfielders to compensate. And why are we linked to Morata? I'm confused.
He's only 10 million. Apparently his release clause is like 10 million euros.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. I would put it this way to you: once the player becomes officially Milan player, then I always give at least a year before I make a judgment. But before, he's not a Milan player yet, so I do not personally want to love.
It's a sensible approach. I think for 15 million, the value of the player is 15 million plus bonuses. I think that's what the player is. So he's gonna be a good player. I think he will perform. Yeah,
I think so too. I agree.
Yeah, I don't listen. I think Morata is a good player. Consider the price.
Yeah.
Then go find the player. As a technique, is better than Giroud as a skill. And I don't think he scored much less than Giroud. The only difference, Giroud is 85 years old, and Morata is much younger. Plus, Morata can play even at 2, because with Juventus many times he played at 2. So he can play even when Leao cannot play. So he can play
Guido,
with Giroud together.
Yeah, but Guido,
the Morata signings.
Giroud is a big game player. Morata is not.
Hey, I'm talking about considering the price.
No,
Guido.
I agree.
Okay, but
I agree with you, right? I agree completely. But this translates to the same, like when we got Torres, when we got Higuain, these recycled guys that go through teams and they come back to us. I was trying to get out that wave, man. That's why I'm like, fuck. And I understand he's 10 mil, but why? We earned money. Milan can go right now and get a $60 million forward. We can. We have the money for it.
So Nicolas Kira is saying that Milan is working on the deal to get Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Pulisic together with the same deal. So they're trying to find a deal to get both of them.
Yeah, because the Chelsea is a good market, because Chelsea got so many players they got to get rid of. So maybe it's a good market, because maybe they give a discount, because they want to get rid of the players, because they spent 300 million in January. I don't know. So what I mean is, listen, but at least number 9 in the front we have Leao, Giroud. Tonali we don't have anymore. I don't know if you guys consider that. Yeah, we need the number 9, but
we still need
we don't have Tonali. Tonali is fundamental on the Milan team. So
I'm also, guys, I'm just saying,
I want to add something about Morata. Morata doesn't know the offside rule as well. Somebody needs to teach him that. So I hope.
Yeah. Inzaghi was lucky when Inzaghi was playing. He was lucky there was no VAR.
Exactly. Morata doesn't know the rules, and somebody needs to explain that. But
listen, hey, liar, Morata, I think he's a good player. He played all over the world. He played all over this final, semi-final, Champions League. He's not too old. Now, as I say, of course, I want to Javier. What's his name? The Chelsea, no, the Man City, the Argentinian guy. That's my favorite. Alan, can you have Alan? You cannot buy Alan. So what's different? If you guys get these young players, you don't know the way they're gonna turn. Then what happens is they're not gonna score for 2 games, and then Giroud is gonna play all the games. That's the problem. You spend 40 million. Osimhen, they paid how much? 60, 80 million. So
yeah. Gio is back. Pete is back. I don't know if they want to add something on what we say.
I just wanted to just for Fabrizio.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Whoever we get, just be grateful. That's all I'm going to say. Whoever we get, just be grateful that they're coming to Milan.
Yeah, Cardinal is lucky.
We've been linked with this guy from Valencia, Musa, the American kid, for 20 million.
What's that, midfielder?
Yeah,
he's good. He's like
I think he would be a good replacement. Well, not a good
He's
replacement.
He's a really good player, though. He's a Kessie type player.
Yeah, he has that profile that would potentially fill in Tonali's spot. If I don't think he's ready to start, but he definitely has the characteristics that could.
But the thing is this, though. Do you have, what you're missing with Tonali is, and when we mean about that grinta, it's that Tonali against Lazio, getting in that head frame, right? Putting your body in the line, scoring that last goal. Do you have players with that ready mentality? They're fighting for the badge. And that's what we need in this club as well. It's not getting a bunch of guys because they fit the profile. And that's why for Tonali, it hurts me the most, man.
Bro, bro, the worst.
Yeah, I agree. And that's why we should never sell him. I would sell another guy. I'm sorry, bro.
Especially after hearing the story from his agent, man, when they told him that they're selling him.
Yeah. They say it's not true. Somebody says it's not true that he was crying.
Dude, Guido, shut up. Don't even talk about this, man. You're not allowed to say anything about this.
Listen, I love Tonali, man. I told you, it's the untouchable. Because now we don't have we have a Calabria. We have only Calabria. That's it.
Dude, I had the question on the interview when the press, I think English press was asking, oh, is Tonali happy to sign for Newcastle? Oh, Tonali is really calm right now. He's not even saying he's happy to go to Newcastle.
Hey, wait. I don't believe he already signed. Did he sign? I don't think so.
Dude, he's a Newcastle player already.
They said he didn't. They said they didn't sign yet.
Yes, because Italy made it now further in the under-21s, so they have to wait. They have to wait for him. They thought they were going to get knocked out of the tournament, so they could meet up and sign the papers and that. But because now he's made it through to the next stage, they have to wait for the tournament.
It's actually two words about this championship. It's actually a very interesting championship. I've been following a little bit, man. It's gonna be a good game. Spain against Ukraine. That's gonna be a good one.
Oh boy, Tonali's a Newcastle player, man. I'm going to watch.
Listen to me, Tonali. After 3 months, is gonna be so depressed because one thing is living in London and one thing is living over there.
Yeah, he goes and lives in Newcastle though, so not in London. It's even worse.
Tonali's not going to be depressed if they bring Theo Hernandez to the club.
That's what I mean. It's better to live in London than in Newcastle.
Yeah. What you were saying, Pete?
I said if Newcastle, with all the rumours that Newcastle is going to go for Theo as well, at least he's going to have his roommate with him, so he's not going to be that too depressed.
They need to pay around 50 for Theo.
Theo is too busy getting the work put on him on yachts. I don't think he's worried about
Guys, he deserves to be DJ, whatever the hell he wants to be, man, during his vacation. Who gives a damn, man?
No, bro, you don't understand. That picture disturbed me, bro.
The guy likes to party. Listen, bro, he likes to party, man. There's nothing wrong. He's professional. If he likes to party, go ahead, man.
That's not a party, man. That was not a party.
It was not a party. I don't think Vasile gets it. It was not a party, bro.
Vasile hasn't seen the picture yet.
Oh, was it the jiggy dance or something? What's going on?
No. Go see the picture. Go see the picture. You'll see what we're talking about.
Anyway, Gio wanted to say something. Gio, go ahead, man.
All right. So what I'm getting through this, Mania, he gonna leave. July 1st come. Chelsea's FFP gets cleared because they about to sell Mason Mount. So it doesn't count no more. Watch, they gonna put in like a $90 million to $100 million bid on Mike Maignan, and for Cardinale, that asshole, he's gonna sell him. He's gonna be.
Yeah, that's what I believe. That's what I believe.
Not gonna go in no direction.
Yeah, but I don't have no direction. What we're doing with the money that we use. We haven't used the money yet. It's like, that's what I mean. I've kind of conceded the fact that we're gonna sell our stars based on the fact that if we start with Tonali, then nobody's safe, in my opinion. I don't care about anybody. Nobody's safe. If we sell Tonali, nobody's safe. I want to see what we're doing with the money that we recoup from these players. And I'm just worried because we haven't signed anybody yet. It's coming on a week, and we have no newcomers. And the training camp starts in a week and a half, and we have no players for Pioli.
Laura, wait a second. Is Gio? That's the Gio from Weekly Milan podcast, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes, him.
You're gonna get a
celebrity on our panel.
No.
Hey, Gio, welcome, bro. Welcome, man.
Hey.
Yeah, Vasily, I'm welcome, but I'm not too happy, man. With all,
I
don't know how you could be positive. How could you be if they sell Magic Mike? Okay, look. If they want to sell players, I understand every year, but sell one. But you cannot sell 2 or 3 because look at last year. How many players came in from our transfer window and did anything? Only Chow came in. So, in Italy is different. The league knows about you. After 2 or 3 games, they already technically, okay, this is how you stop them. That's what I'm thinking. Like, guys, then I got to think like, okay, I can't sell because, and then he sell Magic Mike. Who's going to replace him? Vicario already left to that club over there in Spurs. Yeah, so like, who's gonna replace him?
I hope Vicario is going over there as a starter. By the way, I hope they're not buying him.
He's starting. He's an amazing goalkeeper, man.
Yeah, that's why I thought he was the best goalkeeper of this year. That I would have been really upset if I think if we sell Mañan,
can't play with his feet though. He can't play with his feet, and that's where we could become a liability. One option now.
Yeah, I think if we sell Mañan, though, we should go for Di Gregorio from Monza. He's a good goalie.
I don't want to sell in Mike Mañan. We shouldn't sell anybody else because we cannot close deals. Why are we going to be? I want us to start like I would prefer if we buy players first and then sell. Like, you know what I mean? Bring in players first and then sell because up to now we haven't signed anybody, and that's my concern. Is that
everybody's leaving. Meanwhile, we got dead weight like fucking Caldara. We have Messias. Like these guys are still not out the door.
Yeah.
And I'm so confused by that. Rebic.
They're gonna be buying.
Yeah, but they don't want to take a loss. That's why, Clint. They don't want to take a loss. Somebody offered $5 million for Rebic, and they said that was deemed too low. How can you sell a player that wasn't training well, basically disrespected Pioli, even though we don't think highly of Pioli? Like, how could you sell a player like that for more than $5 million? They don't know what they're doing, Clint. That's what has me the most like get him $5 million and his $3.5 million there off the books.
Gio, how much did we sign Tonali for?
17 or 16999. Because Celino said that he doesn't like the number 17 or something. I remember him.
My God!
Right, so how much money did we make on Tonali already? That
was bad luck for us, because he's leaving.
So we made about 60 million.
Piece of shit.
Let's just say we made 60 million profit because I know that we have a resell percentage that goes to Brescia. So let's say we bagged 60 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the resale percentage is not so high. I think the resale percentage
10%.
Well, 10% in 12 million of the 60 million or the 70 million.
That's 70 million even. That's better.
Can I say something to Toyota? Yo, Rocco, he's out there spreading his propaganda, okay? I don't know. Somebody messaged me. He better not leave Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He's not welcome back in Italy. They don't. I said that wasn't me for having a.
Oh man, this Rocco thing is getting funny, man. I love.
No, I'm being serious. Hey, Lai, he's getting all the hate, bro. You gotta go listen to this dude.
By the way,
Rocco it hasn't aged well with Rocco. Has not aged well.
Yeah, I mean, the 17 is a bad luck number in Italy, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. And 13 is a good luck in Italy.
Is that why we do? Is that why Milan wants to pay a little bit more for what's his kid name again?
Ruben
Goulet, yeah.
No. Milan is just broke.
Milan
is just broke. Milan is just
Goulet's dad is wilding right now.
How we broke? We just sold our soul, literally.
Hey, Gio, you know what? Goulet's dad is giving me Donnarumma's parents vibes. Talking about he wants 15 million commission.
He's right, man. He's right. The kid is worth more than 17 million, and the parents are right to get some cash.
But I'll get him, though. I'll get him. I love that kid, boy.
But that's more that like he wants the same commission as Haaland. He's not as good as Haaland was.
No, but Haaland didn't get that commission, man. Haaland got more.
His dad got 20 million.
Yeah, but fuck it, got 20 million over 60 million on top of it. And plus the kids.
Hey, Larry. Arsenal are in the mud, yes.
How?
Manchester City put their bid in, man. That's what
for
they get
right
shit on us. That's
Dude,
what they
for
get.
right?
Gio, if Arsenal is in the mud, what about us? Well,
we're in the mud. We're in the mud, but we
no, man. I wish I was in the
money.
Arsenal mud.
Guys, we feel confident in the mud. That's how we do it, man. Jesus Christ, man.
So that Declan Rice thing. At the moment I saw Man City, it was thinking about going in the bid. I knew he was about to go over there. Arsenal not about to win nothing. I don't know why he's going to go waste his time there.
Okay, guys, I want to say this. I think we're not going to get Goulet. No chance we're getting Goulet. That's my opinion on the rumor. I think we're going to get the Lazio kid, the 18 years old.
The Mexican kid?
Yeah, it's a matter of weeks. The moment.
No, he's Argentinian, guys, not Mexican.
He's from he has both. He's Mexican and Argentinian.
Dude, honestly, I don't
Is that
care.
Romero?
Dude, I don't care where he's
Romero.
from. He can be from the moon. He can be from the moon. I'm just explaining you. We're getting him. In 10 days, we're gonna sign him.
But Lorenz, maybe you could explain to me the non-EU situation at Milan. I'm a little bit naive to that. Like,
I think there is every year you can add a new one.
Is it just one?
Yeah, every year, a maximum and up to a maximum of 6, I think, the whole squad.
And guys, the only Italian that I want to sign for 40 mil is Casade. I don't want no Fratesi. Casade, he's ready. He's got a body of a man. He's ready to go.
I honestly, like, what do you guys think about this Fratesi thing? Are we getting him or not happening?
I'm not convinced now. I'm not convinced now because I just realized that he's the agent. They are the same agent and the deal is not happening. It's getting slower. But you know what? And Inter is selling Brozovic. Inter is selling Brozovic, so they're going to get some cash and probably they can make an offer.
Yeah, they're selling Brozovic for 23 mil. So I don't know. I'm not sure. There is a good chance we're gonna get Fratesi, but looks like we're getting Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Kamada, Ruben, and this Lazio kid is gonna happen, and probably Fratesi is going to Inter.
So how about SMS? No chance.
No way, guys. No chance. No way. Forget about it.
How about the Fiorentina Moroccan dude? Arambada?
No way.
No way.
I think Commissio's going to play hard ball. Because one thing, let's not forget too. One thing I want to add, let's not forget too. They've seen Milan just so Tonali. They have that cash. They're going to be putting whatever the fuck price or they're going to turn the fuck off.
That's why I think it's important for us to start signing players sooner rather than later, so that later on in the transfer window we could what Maldini did, like, hey, like, you know, we don't have a lot of money, let's do, you know, we could try to figure it out, but you know, when they see us
because if you couldn't secure Kamada, that was a free agent, Indika, that's a free agent, like, you can't even close on these signings faster. Somebody that's worth more than
69 followers. No, we lost to 70. That's fine.
You know,
smash the like button, guys. If Milan is in the mud,
smash that button.
Somebody bought 50 million.
They're asking Kamada to go get a German passport. That's how desperate these guys are. They don't even know what they're doing.
They try to turn him into Suarez. They try to turn him into Suarez. How
they're trying to do that. And then I bet you if you ask Rocco, he'll say that's the right thing to do. I bet you.
Oh man, you're shitting on Rocco, man. Rocco's your man.
Rocco deserves shitting on because literally 2 days after Maldini got sacked, he was defending Cardinali's decision to sack Maldini. So you know,
I want to hear what Kush has to say. I need to go listen to Kush.
Listen, guys, we don't need to divide the Milan fan base right now.
No, we're not. I'm not doing that.
I know.
But my thing is this though. I also want to hear the other side. Like, what's their argument? Not to be like, I got you. Like, really, what's their point?
Oh, guys, Rocco is not here, but Brock is here.
What's up, guys?
The Brazilian version of Rocco. Rock.
The fake Brazilian Messias.
What's up, guys?
Were you on Rock? Where are you, Rock?
Rocco is my evil alter ego, I think.
Rock, you have 5 minutes, man. I'm closing the live in 5 minutes.
Oh, no worries. I just wanted to say hi to my guys. What's up, guys? What's up, Larry? What's up, Clint? What's up, Gio?
Freaky Friday, Rock. It's Freaky Friday.
Ace, what up? Freaky Friday, man. We're switching sides. So, guys, just rewinding 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, we were saying, well, some people were saying, idiots, were saying, Moncada and Forlani, these guys know what they're doing. They have tons of experience. They can recognize talent. They can do Maldini's job. Maybe they can even do it better than he did it. And look at Maldini. He's bringing Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Kamada, and he's not even bringing any exciting talents into the squad. And fast forward 3 weeks later, and we were telling those people, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. Maldini is more than just a sporting director. He's an icon. He's a legend. He's respected within the sport by everyone. Just his voice, is priceless, right? We were saying that. People said, not true. It's business. It's numbers. There's no human element to football. It's just like every other sport out there. It's just the same as everything else. This is what people were saying. They didn't know what they were talking about. We told them, you don't know what you're talking about. They don't listen. They're naive. They maybe don't have a lot of experience yet in the sport and following it. And, it's all coming to fruition. Now, July is when the transfer market officially begins. So who knows? I don't want to celebrate and say I told you so too soon because, a huge reversal could happen. We could get Arda Güler. We could get all these exciting talents. We could reinvest 100% of the Tonali money. That is still very much a possibility. I'm just saying it's highly, highly unlikely that will happen. It's funny thinking back to 3 weeks ago and what the conversation sounded like. Who were the voices talking on the subject? What were they saying? Fast forward 3 weeks later, it's funny to think about it, man. It's crazy.
They're all quiet.
Everyone's quiet now. Where's Rocco, guys?
I don't want to live in it. I don't want to live in it.
No, Laurent, you need to understand. Rocco was
where's Paul?
He was
I
on
want Paul
Milan
to come here and say names.
Yeah,
names.
Rocco was defending Catalani, and they on several different platforms. He came to their aid. He was their PR guru. And now he is.
The fact that we're signing Ruben Loftus-Cheek, a player that supposedly was one of the targets they disagreed with, it didn't fit the vision. Maldini wasn't on the same page with what they wanted to do. The fact that they're going back to that target shows that his firing had nothing to do with misalignment on vision and all this BS PR campaign that they put out against it. It was all about Gary's wanting to be the biggest dick in the room and the strongest voice in the room and the key decision maker. It was all about his ego from the very beginning, like we said it was.
Yeah. I want to just say something. I just want to say something. This guy is flirting with another account. Must be flirting with another guy. The dream will be to get Armando Broja. This guy is flirting. Floki's
come out your hole, boy.
Floki's on the live, guys, at Milan Lab. Floki goes on the live, and for his live debut, he killed it, man. He was hilarious. You guys,
he's afraid his handlers might pop up on him.
You gotta hop on the live with Floki, dude.
When is Floki coming over?
I'm scared, man, to go on a live with Floki. By the way, this is a great comment. Even if a team doesn't want to do business with Milan, they will always answer Maldini's call and just to talk with him and create a relationship with him. So Maldini was that name and that personality that allows you to go inside that room and have a conversation with the player that will never think of playing for Milan. But he will go on that meeting and listen what Maldini has to say. And maybe say no. Or maybe like Teo Hernandez, Tomori, and other guys change their mind and say, you know what, I like your project. I'm signing for Milan.
Yep, they give you deference. They give you deference when you have.
Is that edge that you need when you are completely broke and you're no one to get the sum of the players that you need? Andon, you have 1 minute. Not even. You have 10 seconds, Andon. What do you want to say?
Yeah, go booty chicks. We are getting the best player for Chelsea. Rock's favorite player. Rock was shooting with that player.
Rock is all. Rock, everyone is blaming Rocco, but it's all your fault because you were complaining about Booty Cheek, Kamad, and all these guys. And you know what God did to you? Fire Maldini, sell Tonali, and now you cry even more. And actually, you like Booty Cheek coming at Milan.
I think God was aiming for Rocco, and then he hit me by accident.
Yeah, on your ass. But anyway.
Right in my booty cheek. Right in my booty cheek.
Right in your booty cheek. Anyway, Forza Milan. Thank you guys for joining the live. It's been 1 hour and 20 minutes just because Guido and Vasily joined. Because usually it's 1 hour and 10 minutes. But anyway, Forza Milan. Thank you, Clint. Thank you, Ace. Thank you, Vasily. Thank you, Pete.
Thank you.
Cheers,
thank you, Rock. Thank you, Andon. Thank you. Who else? Guido. Thank you, Rocco and Gio, for being part of the live, even not being here.
You're welcome. Maldini does not know what he's doing. You're welcome.
Forza Milan and ciao.
Forza Milan. Ciao.
Take care.
Ciao, guys.